Well, I finally did it. I finally took these bottom branches off of this fig tree, and I decided to put them on either side to make 3 of them. I still need to take this branch here and slant it over a little bit so it's a little bit more straight up and down, but I am waiting. Now, right now it's actually a very good time to be doing this because, as you can see, there's a lot of fog. It's still cool. During the day it's not extremely hot. So I think that this would be a good time for these little branches to take root and also minimize the shock that it has from doing what it has to do. Now, if you remember here, there used to be 2 coffee trees. I also moved them. What I did is I moved the small one right here in this corner because in the afternoon it's under shade. Now, the big one I moved over here. Now, in the afternoon it is under constant sun, but I think that once it roots it'll be okay because over in the corner where it used to be, it did get a lot of sun. Now, lucky for me, and I had forgotten this, I had actually planted this with a pot still in there temporarily, thinking that I would move it one of these days. So when I pulled it out, I had no problems pulling out the tree with the roots still in the pot. So it should be a lot easier to get this tree to survive. And with the weather like it is, foggy in the morning, cool, it should be okay. Time will tell, and we're definitely gonna see. Now, it was a heck of a time to move it because, as you can see, it has all these little beans coming out everywhere. And well, it is what it is. And there was time to move it, so I moved it. And as you can see, there are some coffee beans that are already developed. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it will root with no problem and survive. Now, these trees that we put in the other day, they're doing okay. There's the 2 over there. This one and this one. They're doing well. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, here's an addition to the update. Yesterday we went and bought a pomegranate tree bush and planted it here. I think it'll be a very good little area here. Now, they're very slow growing, so it'll probably be 3-4 years before we see any fruit on it, but that's not the point. The point is to get it in here, get it to root, get it to grow, and then one of these days, like some of the other trees, we'll bear fruit. These avocados and mangoes and the rest of these fruit trees, one of these days they will bear some fruit. Now on this site, as you can see, we moved the coffee tree and it is loaded with little beans. And the reason that I keep them is because they were a gift. There's two of them. The other one's on the other side down there. It's not like we're gonna process and make millions, but it was a gift, so they stay. And then let me show you this orange tree here is flowering. And actually there's several down this way. Actually there's several down this way that are flowering. This one is too. And there's the second coffee tree. Now these trees here were the ones that I replaced, and it looks like that one there kind of died, but the other ones are doing okay. Now this little branch here is what I cut off one of the fruit trees over there, some kind of rose apple variety. I don't know the name of it, star apple or something, I don't know. Anyway, it does have one leaf there that's green, so maybe it is rooting a little bit and it won't die. So we'll find out. Hopefully it'll survive, and we can do something with it, even if it's to give it to someone, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, so here is the mangosteen. Now we were under the impression that this has not had any fruit, but look what Woon found on the ground.
Mangkut!
This is a mangosteen
Dehydrate.
that fell to the ground and it's just dried up.
So it tells us that this body,
So
we
this,
have a tree, we have a fruit now.
so this has already had at least one period of fruiting. Now I have been looking, but I was looking at the tips of the leaves, and one says that they grow.
Come from the branch, come from like this.
They come within the tree to the stronger part of the branch, and
Like this.
I did not see anything. So knowing that, I will keep an eye on this and see if I see any.
So right now, 100% of the fruit tree that we growing, they all produce fruit.
They'll produce fruit.
Yeah.
Now
this is
the season
last
for
one.
this is, you said what, the same as
The same time of the durian.
of the durian? Oh, okay. So the durian is producing fruit. Well, it's trying to. And so right about now, this should produce something. I'll keep an eye on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good.
Now, another bit of news is this lychee tree. This thing produced once, and it didn't produce anything last year, but here it is. It's flowering, so it should produce something, and I guess we'll see. Now, a bit of something that I don't quite understand is this durian tree here. If you notice, all the little leaves, all the new leaves, all of a sudden dried. If you look, where did it go? If you look here, this was a little bit of durian growing, and it dried. Now these things here, they're still going. There's some flowers coming out of this, but I don't know what happened. Now, I did talk to the guy that does trees, and he said that sometimes ants will get it. And the trees that were dead on that side over there, and there was a lemon tree, and there was a couple of other trees. So I believe that those trees the ants got. So I don't know, but tomorrow they will come and spray for ants and termites and all that stuff to make sure that this is taken care of, because I can't keep losing trees. Now here we are at the fig tree, and this character here, overnight the leaves dried, and this is one of the branches that I cut from over there, and it's, as you can see here, it's budding, it's got leaves, it's doing okay. This other one over here, it has no green leaves. However, I did scratch the side of it a little bit. Same thing with this, and it's still green. So maybe it's that time of year that it drops its leaves, and it's okay. If that's the cycle, that's the cycle. The problem I see is it was rather sudden. It was very quick, and all of a sudden all the leaves were dry. So I don't know. Well, we'll just wait and see what happens. If you look here, it's still green. So I'll just keep watering and hope for the best. All right, we'll see what happens to all these trees, and we'll keep you updated.
For watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย